you can have your opinion, but you don't know that 100%.
Welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2022. I'm
Okay, let's go.
Still one of your hosts, joined again by the amazing Mika Burton.
Hi.
While we may look like elaborate Unreal Engine renders, we are here in the flesh, as is the hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
Oh, we'll see when it comes out.
Showcase a metric ton of killer upcoming PC games through world premieres, exclusive interviews, and a few surprises along the way. And you,
And the question is, what's gonna be in the game shop?
Win yourself a fancy computer if you play your cards right.
And now you may remember the last time you saw me on this
Because
show,
it's very likely there is gonna be
quite
more than
literally
skins.
explosively.
Yeah.
There was a robot who tried to destroy the human race, electrocuted me.
Oh, this is the last year's stuff.
Definitely died.
Either way, I'm not really sure. It was standard robot apocalyptic stuff, just minus the overbearing anime dad and existential crises.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened to DevBot anyway? Wasn't he supposed to come back for this show for,
Yeah.
like, Revenge of the DevBot?
Well, he's dead.
Oh.
We melted him down to try to make our own graphics cards since they're still hard to find, and I would say he's in a better place. But I played Cyberpunk 2077, and he's not.
Ooh, that's pretty dark for the start of the show.
Or nostalgic.
Aw.
But none of that matters because the show actually took place in a parallel reality.
All right, so you're telling me there's actually a multiverse?
According to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
All right.
We're now apparently on Earth 3, which
Ooh.
is not to be confused with E3 because this show is still happening.
Oh, and we are so thrilled
Burn.
to be back as a part of this weekend full of celebrations of gaming by putting the spotlight on something near and dear to our hearts.
Let's
PC
see.
gaming.
And so, without any further...
I think they might show some cool games here. Every year, they have some titles that surprise.
You're not a monster.
It's not like a full whatever games.
Was subjugated by chaos.
They do show AAA games and like good indie games on PC Gaming Show.
Horrors trespassed into the world. And so came
The jokes are cringe. Huh. As long as they keep showing trailers. I don't care about the humor during presentation if they don't drag it too long. Okay. Interesting monsters.
Death and transcendence, a chimera chooses death.
Some like Final Fantasy looking stuff. Huh? Looks like an in-game, kinda. This looks very like Final Fantasy. Hey, this looks interesting. I wonder what type of game it is. Is it like a Souls-like?
Here with me,
I always will be.
as long as we are together. We're not going down. They wanted yet another monster. They shall have one.
You must resist it!
Okay. Solstice? Solstice? September. Okay. Looks intriguing. And it comes out PS5, Xbox. Wait, it is on PC, okay. Early PC demo access. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna do it after this presentation. Looks intriguing. I don't know like what kind of game it exactly is, or Clay. That's the guy from Don't Starve and those type of games. Oh, is this like a side-scrolling fighting game? Multiplayer? Rotwood. Oh. Early access and no year? Okay. So that's Clay's new game, I guess. Interesting change. Oh, this looks turn. Yeah, this is turn-based. It looks like indie. Indie XCOM. It looks like you have to like survive long enough, because they're always in one room, they're not traveling. I think. It's always one location. It's like waves of monsters. Yeah, missions. So it's like kinda XCOM in small areas. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I don't think I'm gonna play it, but it definitely doesn't look bad for like an indie game. Wizards, huh? They do have wizard hats. Interesting idea. Oh, that looked cool, the last spell there.
You just saw Tactical Breach Wizards, a turn-based game of sorcery and SWAT team strategy from the makers of Gunpoint and Heat Signature.
Yeah, that's
My
an
strategy
interesting...
is very simple. Breach, bang,
Wizards.
clear, magic missile, dramatic flourish, abra,
With breaching
cadaver.
and
Get it?
soldiers.
Cadaver, dead body. Next, we have a solution to the age-old problem of not having time to read and play video games. Just do both at the same time, obviously. Star Wars Industries has you covered with their sci-fi thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look at the first ever gameplay footage.
You. What have you done?
Where are you taking me?
You came here yourself. So what are you expecting, huh?
You've set up a field camp down there.
Yes, ma'am.
So I didn't expect you to have a second one here.
Really?
Sit here and don't you dare move. What are you doing here?
You're not gonna like this part.
The Invincible. Early beta. That's like that show about there's the show based on the comics, Invincible. I kind of like that you have that microphone on your left all the time, and in the edges of the screen you could see the parts of the
Radiation
helmet.
level is growing rapidly. It's starting to get interesting.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, Doctor.
So it's like an exploring game? Is it... I wonder if it has like horror elements or... just adventure? It gets pretty laggy, it could be the stream too. And it's a
I
beta.
located the mobile antimatter cannon.
I mean, it looks interesting,
How
but
many of those did they...
is this just like a
Is it active?
Dead.
walk around and experience the story type deal? Probably.
Wait, someone's here.
No mechanics so far. Of any sort.
Astrogator, they're dead.
So you found someone.
Hey, if the story is interesting, a game like this needs a very interesting story.
To the mission.
That's the selling point of games like this, if the story
I
is
didn't let
good.
that thought get to me. I was counting on this meeting very much. At worst, it could have been another abandoned place, but not this.
But what exactly?
That's a good question. I'm getting into the recorder. What do we have here?
Yeah, it looks like it's a game about just walking around and clicking a button.
They made their way through.
There's no mechanics, so
With a
the
beam
story
of
needs to be
antimatter.
good, or
How subtle. Did you locate this passage?
the game is not gonna be interesting.
I'm looking at it now. They pierced a hole several meters in diameter and several dozen meters long.
Yasna, do you hear me?
Yes. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Uh-oh. Broken suit?
Continue.
Yes. I'm better now.
Or some alien artifact?
Actually, there's nothing here that I haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp. The lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
This robot looks like it has started its task and got stuck.
What task?
This is one of the robots carrying containers with research material. It took the container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles using the same path.
You just leave? You don't
The
even
robot's
try to
gone.
take... Oh.
You must have broken his loop.
But I didn't.
Why can I still hear him walking
Never
around?
mind. Follow it.
Oh, that's why. Okay, this is like the kind of...
Fuck! It's getting up!
What, a robot?
No! Antimat!
Come on, Yasna. Run. Hide.
I like the look of the game.
Yasna.
It looks good.
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
What's it doing
So
now?
it completely obliterated the robot. The parts don't exist anymore, just atoms.
Take care of our people, Novik.
This was a very slow... I don't know about this game. The story has to be
Time to
good.
take a pit stop
Because
at
it's
the nearest
literally...
dungeon to prove that chivalry isn't dead. And if you think I emphasize those words weirdly, you're right. And it'll all make sense momentarily when you
He's
see
gonna
these
show
next
chivalry,
board games.
Darkest
Especially
Dungeon.
when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive.
Yeah.
Roll that beautiful footage.
Chivalry, Darkest Dungeon, and like there's gonna be epic games.
Nah, you don't have what it takes. You'll be back here too scared to try again. Cause the dungeon will turn you into lunch
Oh no, not
meat.
Darkest Dungeon.
Unless you're way tougher than you look. We got the guns, the turrets, the upgrades.
Is this the mages with guns
But what you
game?
really need
We've seen a
is
trailer.
guts and skills.
We've seen a trailer of...
Grab your posse and say your prayers.
Or maybe not. Endless Dungeon. Oh, they showed this before too, I think.
To die. To give your feedback.
Yeah, like I was saying, the previous game, if it's gonna have a good story, it could be a fun playthrough. But it looked very slow, and they did a poor job making the trailer because they were just walking around, talking, instead of showing like some high-paced moments. Like, just make a compilation of moments that don't spoil the game, but like show what's something exciting. Just walking around slowly and doing
F1
nothing.
Manager 2022, the ultimate
Didn't look
F1
exciting.
simulation, putting you in the position of team principal at one of the 10 current
Oh
F1
god,
teams,
this game.
battling it out for a chance to be the next
Not
world
only
champion.
I
Choose your
don't
team
care
and
about
drive every
F1,
decision
I
that
don't
leads to
care
you
about
making your
cars,
mark on
and
the
I
grid, and
don't care
hopefully
about
the podium.
manager games,
Winning
so
championships
this is like a
depends on your
nightmare for
ability to
me.
make the right calls on and
But hey,
off the track.
all you guys,
During races, you'll master
enjoy
your
your
strategy, plan
F1
tyre stints for each driver, and
manager.
make changes on the fly when necessary. Issue
I'm gonna
driver
give this
callouts,
one
such
to
as
you guys.
instructing them to attack or defend,
I have
manage their
something to
tire
do
wear
that
and
day when the
battery
game comes
usage,
out, so
or even to avoid
all you.
battling a teammate. All while reacting to dynamic events like race incidents and fluctuating weather and track conditions. Between race weekends, you'll control every detail of your team from your state-of-the-art headquarters. Hire best-in-class staff to work across your aerodynamics and engineering teams and put them to the task to develop your car and prepare new parts for upcoming races. Optimize your finances to keep the board happy, improve and maintain your facilities, and scout talent from F2 and F3 to try and ensure future success. They say knowledge is power, and keeping a close eye on a plethora of realistic data will help give you the edge. From the finer details of how car parts affect overall performance, to a track's expected grip level, to the condition of your wind tunnel, how you analyze the data and choose to spend your resources will make or break your progress. You'll find depth and detail in abundance, even down to real-world team radio messages between drivers and engineers, and race commentary from David Croft and Karun Chandok, while broadcast-style presentation showcases 2022's striking new car design with real trackside and onboard camera angles. The sleek management menus and intuitive controls will drive the immersive F1 fantasy home as you plan and execute the perfect strategy in F1 Manager 2022. Pre-order the digital version now for early access from August 25th.
Hey everyone, after 1 year of Chivalry 2, we've more than doubled the size of the game, and now we're excited to bring even more knights onto the battlefield. Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms. This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an all-new desert theater of war, and best of all, brings us horses into Chivalry 2 in mounted combat. We want to thank our community for making the game the success that it's been so far, and if you haven't played it yet, now is the best time to check out Chivalry 2. Take a look at our new trailer that shows off the new update and its Nosian invasion.
Interesting, they added horses finally. I played the shit ton out of this game in beta and then when it came out, but
This rebellion is at an end.
I mean, it got a little boring waiting for like very important patches, and I don't know even if they ever changed those things.
From the south.
And one thing that ruined it for me too is I waited 1 year for them to answer my ticket. Literally the worst community management in history. I waited 1 year for them to answer and they didn't solve my problem. They said that they're gonna try to solve it, and it's been another half a year I think, and no message again. Complete garbage communication. And I don't even know if they ever solved problems people had. Like, other people didn't get their like deluxe edition items they paid for, and I don't know if they ever resolved their issues too. So
They dare to strike out.
I wonder how the horses are. The map looks cool too.
Their people will bleed.
There has been so many updates, maybe I'm gonna play it eventually, but definitely many problems with this game ruined the vibe for me. Now it's on Steam too.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil from Sweet Bandits, live from Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the PC Gaming Show. We'll be showing the first trailer for our game, Deceive Inc. It's a multiplayer competitive spy game where you get to use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please follow us on social media at Play Deceiving to learn more. We'll be releasing the game in early 2023 on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and PS5. Thank you so much, and let's enjoy the trailer.
You rarely see like a dev with a headset on instead of a microphone.
And retrieve the blueprint of a powerful weapon. As you know, Deceive Inc.'s company policy is to deploy multiple agents to ensure the mission.
This sounds like an interesting idea. I wonder if it's like actually well made or...
Do whatever it takes, agent, and be careful out there.
Try your best. Let's see if it's enough. Booyah!
So is this like 1v1 and one person tries to get the agent?
Oh, come on.
The other one is hiding? It looks like it. It looks like it's a multiplayer game. when one has like a...
They're really not gonna make it
There
easy
has
for
been
me.
games like this before.
Gotcha.
Is that it?
Right on target.
Oh, there's even more.
Outskilled and outgunned.
So there's multiple people, and they have like objectives, but they're trying to pretend they're NPCs.
Target acquired. Moving to rendezvous point.
Interesting, so maybe everyone has the same objectives.
Really? Mission
This looks like a cool idea. The question is how well it works in reality. But the idea seems very cool. Oh, looks decent. Deceive Inc. It looks like a cool idea. Alpha sign up. Okay, if
Let me
they're
ask you something. Do you
collecting
ever have a
signups for
recurring dream
alpha,
you
that
really
means
wish would come true?
they're gonna
I mean, mine
still
personally
improve
involves
it. It looks
flight
a
of
little scuffy.
unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasuses, but you know, yours may be different. But you know, somehow I doubt it.
Could be really cool.
This year, we've partnered with the PC builders at iBuyPower to bring a very different dream to life. My dream PC room. Unfortunately, there's bad news for me. I don't get to keep it. But very good news for one of you. We're going to be giving the entire contents of this room away to a lucky winner watching the show.
We're gonna send the
So
room
let's
to
dive
you.
in and see what's up for grabs. The beating heart of any PC gaming dream room is, of course, the rig, so let's start there. As you can see, the mad geniuses at iBuyPower have built an absolute doozy. The first thing you'll notice is that height
Looks like a
case
bomb.
with its wraparound tempered glass panels. This thing is built from
Really?
the
That's the
ground
full...
up to display the
The
sickest
glass
PC tech
panel
you
is
can
what you
squeeze
see
into a
first,
desktop
not the
machine.
RGB
And
on the
let's face
entire
it, if you've managed to bag a serious graphics
unit
card in these
inside.
dry times, you owe it to the silicon gods to show it off properly. Okay, the case and lighting looks dope,
Oh
but
god,
for this
it
to
has...
be a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art
It has
trim.
water cooling,
Luckily,
I think,
the
right?
substance
That's
matches
what the
style.
pipes are.
So let's check out the
yuck.
guts of our dream PC, and trust me,
Why would
there's
you do
plenty
that?
of power crammed in.
Why do people
The big
do that
question,
with
though,
expensive
is what
PCs?
Pixel pusher iBuyPower
That's like
has
anxiety
used, and
overload.
You won't be disappointed with an
You're gonna
overclocked RTX
have the
3090
pipe
from
break and
Gigabyte, right? This
everything's
24GB
gone.
monster of a GPU packs the cooling to stay chill and the power to smash through any game you throw at it. The graphics card is the rig's MVP, but any superstar needs some dope backup, and the fastest gaming CPU around,
Dope.
the Intel 5.5 GHz Core i9 12900KS with 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM and 2 terabytes of seriously fast SSD storage, both from ADATA, makes up the perfect support team. Whew, that is a whole lot of PC. But Mika, you may greedily wonder, what about the peripherals? Well, animal lovers, we got you covered, because the Height Eclipse wireless headset comes in plush vegan leather trim with a 30-hour battery life
Vegan
and
leather.
competition-grade 2.4 gigahertz connection. And you noisy typers are going to love
Just
the
in case you want
quirky
to eat
mechanical
it, it's
keyboard
vegan.
that comes with it. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? RGB? Well, of course! The keyboard and mouse both light up like Atlantic City on a Saturday night. And yeah, you can turn it off so you can actually get some sleep. You can find out more about this gear feature today over at iBuyPower.com, but I know what you really want to know. The info on how to win this beastly setup. So here are the details.
Thanks,
I actually
Mika.
wanted to
Yes,
know
folks,
about more
it
games,
couldn't
but...
be easier to enter our Dream PC giveaway. For your chance, just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc and follow the simple instructions. There, you'll find a complete breakdown of the prize, which, don't worry, also comes with some very swish monitors as well as the eligibility rules. Good luck, gamers.
That is right, just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc for your chance to win. But for now, let's get back to the games. From Kepler Interactive and A44 Games comes Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, an action RPG from the team behind Ashen, where gods and guns collide.
When the gods first emerged from the great
Wait, we've already seen this.
we saw them as saviors.
Are they gonna show gameplay?
Instead, they unleashed
Let's see.
pestilence on our world.
They better show gameplay after this if they're replaying the same trailers.
I, for one, intend to find out.
Man, I really hope I didn't break my thumb. Because like, I mean, I can move it around, but I hit it pretty hard. Like, it's swollen for sure. Did we watch the exactly same gameplay? We did see those moments. Did we see the building? Okay, I think we watched the exactly same trailer. Yeah, this game looks fine. This looks like a lower budget Souls-like Elden Ring-like game. She keeps using the same weapons though. They always show the same weapons, so I wonder if there is a selection. Because it's gonna be kinda boring. Oh no, she uses like a... okay. But like that axe there, and she even here has the flintlock and that axe. We'll see. This is supposed to be, I think, on Game Pass too, right? Okay, they literally replayed the
PC
trailer.
Gaming Show. I'm Derek
Oh,
Bradley, the CEO
there we
of
go.
A44 Games and creative director of Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn.
Okay.
Flintlock is set in a world ruled by old gods, and so
Okay,
as
let's hear
humanity,
it.
you now have the power of black powder and bombs and flintlock rifles to finally overthrow the gods and take the world back.
Well,
You'll
that
play
looks
as
cool.
Nor, a Blackstream sapper, one of the elite explosives experts of the Coalition forces. Nor herself has a personal vendetta against the gods and will stop at
It looks
nothing to
cool.
get her
I
revenge.
really like
But you won't be going it alone. Where
how
Nor
it
brings
looks. It
firepower,
looks
her
a little
fox-like
laggy,
companion
but
Inky brings magic to the
this could be an
battlefield.
early version
You
of
will
the
have to
game.
master a combination of axe combat and gunplay,
Look at those
while your companion Inky
dodges.
uses his magical powers to disrupt enemies.
Inky.
We can't wait to show you more of Flintlock before it's released next year. Head over to our socials for more info, and don't forget to wishlist now on Steam and Epic Game Store. Have a great show.
Coming
I
up
think that's
next,
gonna happen
a
a
mysterious
lot.
new sci-fi game from 11-Bit Studios, the creators of This War of Mine. Hear all about it in our exclusive interview. We'll also show you what's
Cool.
next for Outriders from Square Enix and People Can Fly. Plus, if you look back on high school
Super
and think,
People.
you know, those 4 years would have been better if I was fighting literal demons, you're definitely going to want to study up
The
on our
hell?
next world-exclusive independent game inspired by the Persona series. Chug your
Oh.
health potions now because there is so
Persona,
much more
huh.
PC gaming show coming your way. Before we go, the folks at Compass Data Centers have a little quiz for you. How much higher is 5G's data capacity compared to current 4G networks?
Before we go,
Scan
what
this
do you
QR
mean?
code and answer the question for a chance to win
Where are they going?
$500 worth of stuff from Razer, or visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com. Okay, now back to the PC gaming show.
Ready to game the system? Meet Mana. You
Ready
slay.
to game?
You achieve. You
Slay
win.
online?
So should your bank account, because your power shouldn't stop when the game does. Mana is the best
Be the
gaming rewards
greatest
debit card
gamer,
where you can
slay
earn perks and points
noobs.
by paying and playing.
Okay,
and get
that's what
rewarded
they
with the
say
things you
when we come
actually
back
want,
and they
like that
go
skin
because
you
they're
can't wait to show
commercials.
off. Or your next
This is a
hero
commercial
upgrade.
block.
So why pay any other way? Pay with Mana. Pay with power. Mana. Game the system.
So I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. It's time to talk about The Altars, the brand new game from 11-Bit Studios. The Warsaw-based studio made us cry in this war of mine, make difficult choices in the face of climate apocalypse, in Frostpunk,
Polish studio.
and battle encroaching corruption in Children of Morta.
Oh, they made the Children
Altars
of
sends
Morta
us to the
too? I
deepest,
didn't know that.
darkest reaches of space, in a survival story
Never
that is
played it, but
guaranteed
I
to give you an
did see it on
existential
Twitch.
crisis in a good way. This is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
Let's see. What's their new game? They said like mysterious sci-fi? They've made very different from each other games. And this looks like... Yeah, the graphics, like what the hell? I mean, this is... I don't know if we're gonna see the gameplay, this is a cinematic. Like compared to the previous games? God damn. I don't think they ever had cinematics like this. Okay, so futuristic cyberpunky stuff. Oh, is he wearing like a... Was he like in a hospital? Polish music. Drummer. Oh shit, wait, that's him? That's him, I think. Oh, everyone's... Oh, that's all clones. What the hell? Okay, that's freaky. So I wonder if they just cloned him and he doesn't know what's happening, or... Oh, the song says I'm the same. The lyrics of the song are saying I am the same. Okay, this looks interesting. I mean, this is a cinematic. It has nothing to do with gameplay, so I wonder how gameplay looks. What kind of game it is. Like the vibe is... Wait, what? Had to wish... What was the name? I couldn't... Altars, I think. So I wonder if you're gonna be living... Is this gonna be like this war of mine?
Joining us now to
from
talk
the
about
sideshow?
what we just saw
Oh,
all the
let's
way
go.
from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show.
Explain, please. Even if no gameplay, just say what the game is about.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. We got clones, we got this huge wheel. Tell us, what did we just see?
Well, first of all, these guys were not exactly the clones. We
The
saw
same person?
Jan, our main character, who's traveling with a group of the Altars, who are the alternative versions of the same person. And they are going through this distant alien planet in their mobile base, which was the wheel you saw at the end.
So what's the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So I wonder if this is gonna be like
you
this
are
war of
a
mine.
space builder stranded on this distant planet, and
From
your
the
goal is
side,
to survive
leading
and
all of
find a
them.
way back home. But the thing is, in order to do so, you need to create those altars, as each one of them have different set of skills and character traits. So these are things necessary for your survival and finding a way back home.
So from the trailer, tonally this could be a horror, a thriller,
Yeah.
a mystery. What should players expect?
Actually, there are bits of everything you mentioned. Like, there is this mystery as we're looking deep into the soul of the character, but what you find there can also be pretty scary. So there are those beats of psychological horror and drama, but then on top of it we have this quite thick layer of surreality. I mean, how surreal would it be to one day, you know, wake up next to a little different alternative version of your very self?
Now, there's a quote that you shared with me earlier, that man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. How does this quote relate to the story?
So this quote, it relates directly to the main theme of our game. We as people, we are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making.
I like
This
the
process,
idea,
the whole process of becoming
but I wish
who
I
we
knew
are, it
the
can be quite
gameplay.
painful at times. But in our game, Jan, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself and numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
So you can probably
Do you
have
see this as
some
more of a classic sci-fi story,
new
something
skills,
like a Ray
but
Bradbury
also
work, or is it
downsides.
something more contemporary?
Well, it is very classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi
Cloning yourself,
theme,
relatable.
we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through the magnifying lenses. But then when
Alternative
we're choosing the tools,
versions of
this is
you.
a very contemporary game, and we're taking advantage of what video games are as a medium. So we're using tools like systematic design and nonlinearity in order to put the players in the middle of the experience, and in the end allow them to create their own stories inside the game.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the relationship of your previous titles to the altars.
I think this is gonna be like this war of mine
or themes, or even just
from the side, and you control all of the crewmates.
Is purely 100% our game, 11-bit Studios game, and it's created in line with our meaningful entertainment philosophy. So it's a game we hope that it will make you think even after you stop playing it. This war of mine was this first huge milestone.
I think this is gonna how
it paved
it's
the
gonna
way
look
for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level with the strong focus on the emergent narrative.
I'm gonna probably play it and
with
see.
the Altars, we want to follow that path, but we also really want to push
I'm
the
interested.
boundaries even further and expand on how we approach meaningful topics inside the design of
But I
our
just
games.
wish we knew anything like
Thanks so much
gameplay
again to Tomasz and
related.
the whole team at 11-bit Studios for joining us this
What's
year.
the camera?
And while I try to find enough for
gameplay
video to
loop?
make it through day 1 to 8, let's head on over to Mika Burton and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
Thanks, Day9. Honestly, I need to look into getting myself cloned so I can make time to play all of these awesome games we've seen so far. But I'm also like legitimately worried about having to eventually fight my clone in single hand-to-hand combat when they steal my life, making me wonder if I was the clone all along. Is it really worth it for video games? Yeah, no, it's totally worth it for video games. Anyway, that's a problem for future Mika. Present Mika is much more interested in what
Like
you all
in,
have been saying about the
Invincible
show so far. So
show.
keep letting us know your thoughts by using hashtag PC Gaming Show.
Those
on
two
all
clone guys.
platforms.
that
Now let's
they
get back
always
to the real reason all
call
here.
themselves the
Clone,
real one.
I mean video games. Video games.
Okay. Oh, that's the Outriders DLC. Man, this game is on Game Pass. Apparently they like fixed all the problems they had. But that's the problem, man. Like, this is my type of game. It's apparently like a looter shooter. But with those games, if you release, like, looter shooters are cool when you start and everyone's grinding for the gear. When you release a game that's super buggy and problematic, yeah, like, people usually don't give you second chances. Everyone's turned off. And I think this is a paid DLC. So I don't. If this is a paid DLC, I don't know how it's gonna go for them. If it's not in Game Pass. Yeah, this is a pre-order thing. I don't know. Oh, the potion crafting game. This looks kind of cool. I had they showed it last E3. There was a demo. I never played it eventually. But it looks like a cool idea of a game. God damn, that guy got scammed. Did you see that? You are cute. New save file. I don't know why they felt like they have to show new save files that you can save the game multiple times. Paul.
Sure. When Tiny Build lets you open your own medieval potion shop, you get hailed as a master alchemist. But when I do it, I get a sternly worded letter from my landlord about how my cauldron violates our lease agreement. Whatever, it's his loss. But more importantly, folks, we promise you the maximum amount of games humanly possible, and we aim to deliver quite literally.
The hell is this? Giant Mall is on the loose. Oh, I know this. This is the BR. I saw Lyric playing this long time ago. Yeah, this is a Battle Royale. Looks like Animal Royale Season 4? Okay. Well, I thought they're like finally releasing the game or something. Oh, it's Season 4 apparently. Nitro Kid. Oh, he has his own soundtrack. Oh, is this like a rhythm game? Those tiles were lighting up under them. See, like Oh. Oh, it's like a card turn-based game. Oh. Why do they have to use cards, man? Oh, all yours, guys. It's free demo, but yeah, the card turn-based stuff, not really for me.
Before your eyes lies
I'm not saying that it's always a bad thing, but there's so many games like that, and most look better than that one.
protected by 4 great houses.
Oh my, another card game? What is this? Yeah, I mean, there's some like cool ones, I guess, but it's just like there's so many of them. It just getting boring. They're not unique. I see another one. Like I said, we just saw one of those and then another one, and it's just like, I'm not saying that every single game that includes cards is gonna be bad. But yeah, I mean, you're right with the RNG. It's like less you.
Beautiful home. To protect it, we must reach out to
like alternating the gameplay.
Our team of experts is presently probing the deep sea in a struggle
But
against the
for a moment I thought that was a map from Killing Floor.
These security and defense
That
innovations
looks...
allow you to
Wait,
shrink
what?
any problem down to size. We
Is this...
surge forward, obliterating the enemies of progress.
Wait,
but
is
we
this like a
refuse to
ripoff?
let these victories go
Wait, is
to
this...
our heads.
No, this is a Killing Floor update. Oh, Tidal... Yeah, I was right. Tidal Terror, interesting.
And now it's time to give you an exclusive briefing on what's next for one of PC gaming's
I know
titans
my
of
games.
modding, simulation, and scale. Arma 4. Last month, developer Bohemia
Arma.
Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger on Steam in early access. This playable prototype will be a foundation.
Well, the question now
for
that you have
Arma
like Daisy
4.
standalone with
it playable
mods,
on Steam now, we have a ton of questions
is
about
Arma
the future
gonna
of
be...
Arma. I mean, after all, this is the series that helped birth the survival genre through Daisy.
Yeah,
and also
but...
this other little niche genre you may have heard of called Battle Royale. To help us peer into the future for
But
this
the question
project,
is, now
we've
that
got
you have
none other
those
than
games that
Bohemia
are...
Interactive. Thank you so much for joining us. So as of right
all
now,
standalone,
Arma Reforger
is
has been
it
out
like...
for about a month. What is it that you've been learning or
gonna
seeing?
be big, the new Arma, or not?
We've learned that players like Reforger a lot and they appreciate the work we've put into it. We also realized they like modding a lot and they reviewed this.
He has the shirt with the guy covered in shit.
And we were very
the shirt
by the
with the guy
reactions of
covered
our
in shit.
community, and the new players
The shit
who
happens.
immediately started flooding internet with videos, playthroughs, and praise of our new technology. So we are very
Playthroughs?
glad
Isn't
that
this just
the
like a
reception
demo?
was so good.
So there's
Isn't
no
this
doubt
just
players
like
who have been
use
long-time
weapons and
fans of the franchise
vehicles?
stepping into Arma Reforger, and I'm curious, what were some of the big challenges of rebuilding that specific Arma feel from the ground up in this brand new engine?
Well, it's a very tricky subject because even internally it's an ongoing kind of fight. So I'm myself very much on the very purist side of things. So no HUD, no save games, no superficial helpers, and this fight can get very intense even in-house. So I'm the real Arma purist and I'm on this for 25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this
So
is
he
part
hates
of
when
the
people
fun.
mod
So
their
there's
game.
always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards. So do it our own way rather than replicating.
It is
what's
crazy
made
that
normal
Arma,
in
I
other
think
games,
what
because our goal is not to make the
they
same
were
game
getting
as all
paid
other
by
games. So
like
our goal is to remain
US
unique.
military, I
First, you
think.
can speak to what the main goals of
Maybe I'm
Reforger
wrong, but I
is,
think they were
because it's a
getting
little
paid by
unusual
US
compared
military
to
for
other releases. I mean,
making
for instance,
the
how
Arma
much
as like a
content should player
simulator
expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
in the
Our
past.
goals were, of course, to restart the series from technological standpoint, really make room for some new achievements, utilize the technology which is state-of-the-art, both in terms of
I mean,
how it looks like,
I
how
don't
it's controlled,
see
how it can be modded.
it's important to understand.
This getting
it
modded
may
into
look as a
Daisy
kind of
again,
normal game on the surface, but there's a big system
or Battle
behind
Royale
it. So
again,
just the
is gonna
tool
be
suite is a
big.
massive tool
No,
suite,
because there's
never
standalones
tested
now.
by a large public, so it's
But playing the
premiere
pure
of a
version
tool suite. And these tools are
might be
being
cool
built for
in the
nearly
future.
5 years now, so we really need users to start using them. To
I used to play Daisy
building it.
mod all the time.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one
before
quick
it
question
became
from
a
the Arma fans.
standalone game.
Has Russia's invasion of Ukraine impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Well, yes, because it's extremely close to us. We even live in a way very nearby.
That's
so
a kind of weird
definitely,
question.
On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with a great level of respect. We're still at the beginning, but we definitely would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been a bit more of a anti-war game. It's an entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say, maturity and long time we've spent on it, and our ambition to portray it as a whole very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have great potential, big responsibility in this era, and a very important chance to contribute at least a little bit
I'm not sure
the good side of things.
If you are talking educational,
Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing
if you're
games
talking
and genres came from
educational
Arma
against
mods, so I
war
gotta know what's possible
in
Reforger
Arma, how
that
does
wasn't
that
possible in
work?
the past.
Educational
now with this
about
technology is possible to create
weapon
entirely
types,
different
vehicles.
things, like entirely
Okay,
different
but
games.
anti-war?
It has so many variables, but the beauty now is that
There's
much
no
more of it is
story or
user-accessible,
anything as far
unlike
as
the
I know.
previous games. So people can easily digest how this is constructed in our workbench tools. So unlike previously where it was more hard-coded in the C++ engine, so now they can check the
it's
data
easier to
of
mod
every
now.
single element of the game and go much, much deeper than in previous games. So this will be super exciting.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about
We'll
performance.
see what's gonna
because
happen
anyone who's played
with
Arma knows that
the
it can
new
get
Arma.
really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, what expectations should players have about performance leading into Arma 4?
Arma 3 was built on foundations
Arma 4 is gonna run like
single
shit.
core and no GPUs basically.
Gets
So
fucked.
this time much more
Thank you for the
computations
interview.
and intensive rendering things can be done directly on GPU, but it requires
You can already
completely
see
new approach.
that the
Again, we are
PC
in
is
the
tanking
beginning
there.
and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties, but we are solving them one by one. We are really gathering community feedback and even our own definitely feedback, so we are moving things forward. And yeah, it's about optimization. It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So we are moving forward.
I wonder what mods
Thank
they
you so
will
much
make
again, Bohemia Interactive,
for
for giving
it.
us the
Like,
inside scoop
the-
on both
the vanilla
Arma Reforger
game
and Arma 4. Now,
could
you
be
don't
fun to
go
play.
anywhere, because here is what's around the corner.
Just
But
around
I
the
don't see
corner
them
in the
making new
PC gaming
Daisy
show,
again on
prepare
this,
to
new Battle
experience
Royale on
terror
this. This
ranging
is
from
already out there.
vacuous to the subconscious with the latest from Shiro Games. Hold on to your butts because Frontier Development spared no expense on the new Jurassic World Evolution 2 expansion, and get your crowbars ready for Half-Life Alyx Levitation, a special project from some very talented modders. Oh, modders,
Oh, it's a mod.
what would PC gaming be
Oh.
without you? While we're here,
Cool.
quick geography question. Which parts of the world use the most bandwidth for gaming? Answer
When they
this
started
question for
showing
the folks
Half-Life,
at
I was like,
Compass
what the
Data
hell?
Centers, and
Valve
it could
released a
bring you
DLC?
$500
Like
Razer
the new
gift
story?
card. Scan the QR
But it's a
code on
mod,
the screen
but it's
to
still
enter.
cool.
Last year, Shiro Games debuted
I wonder how
Tales
much
at the
different
PC
it is to
Gaming
mod
Show,
a VR
but the
game.
publisher has a lot more
Probably
than
more
its medieval
difficult,
sandbox
or more,
RPG
or
on the
maybe
way.
just different
Up
technology.
next, we'll hear what's up
I would
with
assume
Shiro's
it's more
further
difficult.
projects, and stick around for the
I
debut
have no
of
idea.
two
I'm not a
completely
modder.
new games,
I mean, I mod
Decarnation
things,
and
but
Abyss.
use mods. I don't
everyone.
make them.
Thank you very much for the invitation, Mika. I'm James, and I can't wait to show you everything that we've got prepared for you today.
Yeah, I would
So it's been a crazy couple
assume
of
that
months
there's
for everyone
much
here at Shiro
deeper
Games, with
stuff
Doomspire
to
Wars
do
marking the most
when it comes to
successful
VR
release in
modding.
the history of the company, and it's entirely thanks to all of you. But today, let's look at Dune Spice Wars multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can go head-to-head in free-for-all. 2v2.
Oh, this is the
all work
Dune
together in
game
co-op
they've been
against
talking
AI
about,
opponents.
the Spice Wars.
We're introducing new synergy systems
Or
between
is this a
factions
different
that will
one? This
open
has to be
a vast number of
the same
strategies
one,
to
right?
help you crush your opponents. Multiplayer will be available in Dune Spice Wars very
Yeah, it
soon.
is. It looks kinda scuffed.
After
I
5
thought it was
years
gonna be a
and nearly
bigger
3
game.
million units sold, Northgard's story finally continues. In a new chapter set shortly after the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the
Wait,
lands of
they're showing
Northgard.
multiple games from the same studio, so this is just like a side project, the
Long-standing
Dune?
alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the continent. Forced to depart what they once called home, our heroes arrive on unknown
And my
shores
foot is
and
just
find
like
themselves
starting to hurt
confronted
more
by
and more.
unfamiliar faces in a dangerous
That
new realm.
time I hit the
This Northgard
bed
expansion arrives this winter.
today. I guess I'm gonna see like if in a
And for
couple
all our
days
War
it's
Tales
gonna
players out
heal
there,
up. I
Cooperative
hope
has
I didn't
finally come into our
break it,
open world
but
tactical RPG.
I think we're gonna
You share
watch
food,
this presentation
gold,
fully
and camp with your
in the
friends.
PC gaming show,
But
and
you
maybe
can
I'm just
split
gonna
up to
go lay
cover more
down.
grounds. Before every fight, devise the perfect strategy to overcome any threats that may stand in your way. But be careful in your approach, as
Maybe
one
like
wrong
put
move
some
may lead
ice
to your
on top
group's
of it or
demise.
something.
The co-op update will allow you to play between 2 to 4 players, and it will be available this summer.
It's my birthday in 10 days too. If I'm gonna be like unable to walk normally, it's gonna be pretty shitty.
So a few months ago we announced Shiro Unlimited, a new publishing label created by indies for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
Damn, they have like a lot of games. I've never heard about those guys, and they just pump a lot of titles out.
It seemed like our last chance.
And
to
those
start
guys make the Dune
to escape Earth's
game. I don't know like
We used our
how they
limited
got the
resources
contract for
to lay
that.
the foundations of a new life deep below the waves of this strange
All
new
their games
planet.
look pretty like indie, small.
But soon, we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
When faced against the darkness of the abyss, we found ourselves helpless.
Lost.
Isolated.
Abyssals. Are they gonna be showing even more games from them? Still? Oh my god. Oh, okay. It's a horror. Okay, there's some creepy looking stuff. The Carnation? Next year.
Thank you very much for sticking with us, everyone. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Interesting. That one was interesting, like design-wise, of some of those like creepy monsters. But
You just saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals. And you confronted your inner demons in the retro dream horror of Decarnation. Next up, how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization? Let's find out how by taking a
Builder
look
game.
at I Am Future from Tiny Build.
oh, a lot of tiny building stuff too. Tiny Build always makes like semi-big games, like the I don't remember the name, the neighbor game. Oh no! Oh, rest in peace, worms.
Warning. Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Welcome to Eden, your new home.
That's some nightmare fuel, man. You wake up and you're the last human
no
on
idea
Earth.
where the hell
Actually,
I am.
Sounds pretty
Damn,
nice.
This place is gorgeous.
I take it back. It will be probably nice. No more fear of meeting anyone and going outside. I am future. Okay, they did not show anything. I was expecting this to be like a city builder. They're featuring mods, yeah. Interesting. No gameplay, nothing though.
Fathers conquered Caldaria
Alpha version footage.
and bestowed it upon us, a new generation, to share or spar over.
Our great houses seek to obtain
This looks like that other game. That's like
our lands and
higher
subjects
budget.
to improve and enrich the
It's on Game Pass too.
beginning with
I don't remember the name.
ourselves, Of course.
Prominence can be
About like
secured
royal
through
families and stuff like that. I think this is exactly the same, just low budget.
Will you be able to build your legacy of power?
Or you can like have incest and weird shit like that in the royal families.
The great houses of Caldaria.
Okay.
And now, for these next trailers, it's true. They do move in herds. That was so much. The thought process is simple. God creates dinosaurs, God destroys dinosaurs,
Oh,
man
the
destroys
Jurassic Park
God,
DLC they
man
talked about.
creates video games to play with dinosaurs. But just be warned that one of these trailers might come as a bit of a shock to the system.
System shock? What? Wait. Wait. Actually, we're gonna get a release date? There is like a remake of the System Shock game that's like on Steam, that's been on Steam for a while, but there's no release date, I think. And I'm waiting to play it because I never played System Shock, and I don't want to because that like remake version. Oh no, RIP. Hello, please.
Gamer.
Okay.
Humans interfacing with computers
for their own entertainment. The very notion
That's a weird timing for
disgusts me.
the stream to lag.
Look upon my works, foul creatures, and weep at its magnificence. It is a beautiful.
Oh, this is the System Shock, I think, right?
Citadel Station.
Oh, hell yeah. Are we gonna get a release date? Oh, I'm gonna play this for sure.
I, Shodan, am its new god.
No, come on, bro. Why? When one thing that's interesting.
Hacker.
Come on.
Pathetic creature of meat and bone. How can you challenge a
I never played System Shock before. I don't know the story. I'm waiting for that remake.
You are nothing. I create.
Oh, my eyes. Jesus.
I fuse
No warning about
steel
epilepsy.
into perfection.
I'm annoyed.
My children. Their blood
Is this their
on
stream?
your hands.
You will suffer for your transgressions.
These are my avenging angels.
The stream is not lagging, so.
And they will have retribution.
System Shock remake. Date? Please. Please date. No date
What an
still.
incredible and frankly horrifying trailer.
It's
Developed
been
by
like
Night Dive
years.
Studio, System Shock is the return of a beloved, acclaimed
think on
sci-fi
Steam.
saga. Today, to take us even further inside the
The
world of
wish
System
list.
Shock, I am thrilled to welcome the one and only Warren Spector.
I mean,
Thanks
yes,
so much for joining us, Warren.
release it when you are ready instead of releasing it unfinished.
In terms of trying to translate
But-
the experience of a game from 1994, 3 decades later to now, what doesn't carry over well?
the first thing is the graphics, obviously.
Yeah.
We did the best we could.
That's why I'm waiting for this remake.
It was pretty primitive back then. And the other one is the user interface. If you look at when the game
they
opened,
blurred some picture next to his name.
a help screen.
He has like a
and it filled
naked
the
lady
entire
there.
screen with text. It's just insane. I don't know how the guy.
Yeah, look at this game. So
It's amazing.
I'm
But
waiting for that
frankly,
remake.
As I think back on it, the game
It looks
actually
good.
holds up pretty well. I'm excited to see it come back.
Just wondering if you think many modern gamers are aware of the impact that System Shock has had in terms of gameplay systems, in terms of narrative structure, on so many games that came after it.
I'm not sure people see the influence. Which
Yeah, I
is,
wonder what they
a little
blurred
unfortunate.
next to his name.
But I think the rest of the world is going to get the chance now to experience it, and I think
Yeah,
they'll
this looks
see
good.
not just that they're having fun playing this game, but
It
also
looks like a
see
good
that,
horror.
Other games followed in its footsteps.
Nowadays, we walk around with computers in our pockets.
We're gonna have so
worried
many
about the evil of algorithms.
space
How do you
horrors.
think about a character like Shodan in 2022?
Showdown seems far too close to reality to me right now, and let's just hope that she doesn't show up as nasty a form as she did back in 1994.
Hey, stop
Warren,
spoiling the
I want to thank you so much
game.
for joining us, and I want to let you know I cannot wait to return back to that world I played and enjoyed so much as a kid. Cheers.
Yeah, I can't wait to return to that world. I forgot
Right?
basically the
Right?
fans know way more about the game than I do now, so it'll be a new experience for me too.
Thank you so much again, Warren Spector, for joining us to talk
Still no
all
date.
things System Shock. I personally can't wait for the game to come out, though. It might completely ruin my sleep schedule, but before I spiral further, here are some more games to cram into your eyeballs.
I was looking at the games they had on the Steam Deck. I thought there's gonna be some secrets there, but I think he had like the games already came out. The Forge.
That the rise of Titan would forever be without misery or bloodshed. We seek nothing from the solar system but a lasting amity of reason and justice. To see a war under any pretext would bring ruin to the great works of mankind. Any victory achieved through that deepest expression of human unreason would be as devastating as defeat. We have but a singular purpose: to establish peace and security for all mankind.
Anytime we do those streams,
War between Mars and Titan devastated
Watching
our solar system. Lead the
game
survivors
trailers,
to Demarat, where you will
I
continue
understand
following
why people do
Frontier's
React
storyline
content
campaign in orbit of an alien star.
every day. It's so easy. You just sit, watch, and react. And people like to watch it too. That's the like the most popular content on this website. It used to be video games. Now it's reacting. This is super people. The PUBG but with superpowers. I mean, it was a good game besides the lack of balance and the like pay to win elements. You buy like coins with real money or get them for like playing the game to choose the character you want to play and to carry over like gear to start with. You can like start games with like high level armors and helmets. And like you get a random like hero, random character with random powers unless you lock in the one you want for money. So that was annoying.
All
they keep-
right, gamers, good work. You've made it here to a site of grace, or a bonfire, or a sculptor's idol, or a lamp. Make sure you're staying hydrated, replenish your potions, and most importantly, keep letting us know what games you're excited about using hashtag #PCGamingShow. I mean, personally, I can't wait to play the Altars. Ah, good. Now that we're all rested up, feeling
Yeah,
good,
same,
it's time to
I
enjoy a
guess.
slice of that lovely cyberpunk life, courtesy of Nivalis, and experience the investigative horror of immortality, the latest from the mind of Sam Barlow.
I would say the same. The game from the people of this world of mine looked very interesting, but no gameplay. They didn't even talk about the gameplay, so that was kinda sad. But the trailer was
I
cool.
believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Well, I don't want to spoil things too much.
Oh, they've showed it somewhere. It's like a game you're watching scenes. It's one of those. You're watching the scenes and investigating.
Does this work as confession?
Good work.
This looks kinda... I mean, I don't know if this is like edited or not. But how he's clicking on elements to investigate, that's cool. If that's actually... if when you're watching videos you extra like investigate by clicking on elements, that's actually more involved than some of other games like this, where you just like watch and like match videos or whatever. Mortality.
We can take a break.
I mean,
We should take a break. No.
kinda cool, I guess. It's hard to always like call those games fully, but at the same time, this one looked pretty cool. Oh god, Cyberpunk, what can they show? Oh, wait, what?
Hey boss, time to wake up. We got customers waiting.
What the hell?
I don't know where to start. Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around.
Oh, this is like a...
Make this place shine again.
You make a bar in a Cyberpunk game?
Bad, we can grow some veg in the greenhouse. Once we start making real money,
Greenhouse?
well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown.
Okay, we're going...
So make friends, make enemies. Give customers a route, just turn on the old charm. Or water down their drinks. I'm not your conscience.
Wait, you can have like multiple jobs?
This is a
or
world to explore, to make stories.
fishing?
Your stories. You ever look up at the clouds and wonder what's up there?
Interesting.
Well, if you dream
Okay.
big enough,
You got my
maybe you'll
attention.
find out. Maybe we all
Better
will.
than Cyberpunk, Pog.
Welcome to Nivalis.
Nivalis. Wow, all the things they promised in Cyberpunk, man. Like fishing,
Hi, I'm Marco.
lifestyles.
And I'm Roman. At Ironlands, we are big fans of cyberpunk fiction and games. But we have our own ideas of what a cyberpunk world
They made a
can be.
better Cyberpunk.
This is a game in which
Huge.
you manage your restaurant, bar or nightclub, take care of your staff, make deals, farm, and experience the stories of the people you meet.
Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We spend lots of time creating a unique
Kinda
atmosphere
cool.
with high levels of detail and dynamic elements.
That reminds me, I
We are
kinda want to
excited
play
about the
Wheat Shop
cyberpunk
game.
world we're making, and we can't
I've
wait
seen
to
a lot of
see the
streamers
choices you'll make and how
play
you'll
like
choose
the
to live
Wheat
your
Shop
life
free.
when you come visit us in Nivalis. You can wishlist Nivalis now
They-
on
they
Steam
like-
and the Epic Game Store.
Mana is
They've been
the
making
gaming
those Wheat
rewards
Shop
debit
games
card
and they
that
made
puts
them
the
like
power
super
back in the hands of players.
like advanced
so with
now.
every quest you complete,
I've seen
every
people play the
purchase
Wheat
you
Shop
make,
free
you're
and you
earning
can
for the
like
rewards you
play
actually
someone's
want. We
real
make it
stream
easy for you
in
to
your
set up and
shop
start.
or a YouTube
Just sync
video
your favorite
in the
games to your Mana
background
account
on a
and start
TV
earning real-life
and
rewards
like
the next
yeah,
time you
it's
play.
crazy.
So why pay any other
Maybe
way?
there's gonna be no games coming out, we
Pay
could
with
play it.
Mana. Pay with power. Mana. Game the system.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs, because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Good one. Oh no, I have 3 Chrome tabs open. Monk ass. Is this Brit Games? Necrose Soft? Oh, this is the game they talked about before. Oh, it's like a visual novel talking style. I like the... I like that there are like cartoonish characters in a 3D environment at times. I don't know if that's like just videos for the show or actual gameplay? Because this looks different here when they have turn-based combat. But yeah, turn-based combat is kind of a turn-off in most games. In Yakuza, Like a Dragon is an example of how to do turn-based combat. That was actually an awesome game. 1 second, I'm gonna be right back when they play this.
You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer Isbrid Games, and now it's time to take a bit of a spooky transition. If you're at home, turn on all the lights in the room, make sure the salt circle is unbroken, and check to see that your door is properly painted with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get certifiably terrifying. Let's look at the H.R. Giger-inspired biopunk horror, Scorn.
Desolate and decayed.
Okay. That's...
A grisly
I thought there was gonna be like an actual horror game, but...
Perception. Greetings.
We've already seen Scorn on the other...
Doug Bradley. And I invite you to join me as we explore Scorn's mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms and somber tapestries.
Is this game actually scary? I mean, I would say that it's gross.
In the middle of a desolate hellscape, filled
but is it
with
scary?
biomechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An industrial civilization.
I don't know about this game.
In decay and ruin.
Maybe we're gonna play it.
A hidden fauna sleeps within the underbelly.
It always
of the
depends
world,
to how many games come out at the same time.
Than to be left
We prioritize something.
Scorn has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail.
I wonder if they like remade this game or what. It still looks pretty low FPS.
Ecosystem to an unsettling soundscape created
They've been like,
and Lustmore.
when did they first time announce this game? It's been so long ago.
Has no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships
no dialogue.
and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress. While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand.
Disturbing looking.
This October.
Okay, October.
Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
When they said horror games, like, yeah, I don't... this is like disturbing, gross stuff. That wasn't like, oh, scary. I guess some people might be afraid.
Now, I've been delightedly playing Dune Spice Wars, harvesting melange, and trying to figure out how to pronounce Quisatz Haderach. It doesn't matter. I'm equally ready to turn hordes of Tyranids into a Jackson Pollock painting in Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. In this brutal third-person shooter, you once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine, in a galaxy immersed in a never-ending war. To take us further inside the grimdark, I am joined by Tim Willits and Oliver Hollis, the creative director, on Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
As Saber going ham, they released the Evil Dead game.
Now, Tim, I want to start with you. You previously worked and id Software on Doom.
Going
How would
for
you say
the
the Space Marine compares to Doom Guy?
Space Marine.
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom Guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. So, you know, it's really exciting for me to work on Space Marine 2, you know, because it's a great franchise, and I know that it's inspired so many other
I mean, they've made a good
video
job
games
with
throughout
Evil
the
Dead
last
game.
25, 30 years.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much lore to sift through. And I think this brings us to talk a little bit about the new Space Marine that you're going to get to play, a Primaris Space Marine. Oliver, talk to us a little bit about
I don't think
Captain
they're gonna...
Titus and what makes this class
Yeah, they're gonna
Space
talk
Marine
about
different
lore
from the others
only.
in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of humanity in the grimdark future. He saw the dangers that the universe presented, and he created a super soldier from his own DNA. And each of these different factions, these different chapters, have different genetic traits of the Emperor. But
Yeah,
what
this
makes
game is
the
gonna be sick.
Primaris
different is that a guy named Belisarius Cawl, the Emperor's kind of chief scientist, went back, did some digging in the old data, and found a way to enhance the qualities that a Space Marine has by installing new devices, new kind of bio implants in their body. So now these guys are 2.5 meter tall monsters capable of destroying anything in their path.
It's reminding me of the 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes animation.
That's amazing.
It's so exciting.
Oh,
It's so
feels
exciting that
bad,
we now
man.
get to be in that position to play that kind of character. And in the trailer, we saw
Yeah,
a
the
lot
guy
of
that was
Tyranids.
making
Are
those
they the main
videos,
enemy
he got
you're
like a
gonna be against?
contract
If so,
from
what
Games
makes them
Workshop,
such a
and he
compelling
had to
foe?
remove all those
In this
videos from
particular game,
YouTube.
the Tyranids are the main focus.
And I
what
guess
makes
he's
them
working for them
compelling is
now,
that
but
they are
they just completely removed his
extragalactic,
content.
Locust-like creatures. They've come in from goodness knows where. They spread like wildfire. They devour everything in their path, and they leave nothing in their wake.
So one of the great things about the Tyranids is they
No
come
idea what's
in the
happening with him now.
thousands. And our proprietary engine, the Saber Swarm engine,
And those like
can-
3
can
moments from
deliver
gameplay,
these
they
epic
already showed
battles.
long
Now
ago.
we will have thousands
just keep showing
of
them.
Tyranids, and you will rip and tear through them all.
I mean, that is so thrilling because this is the sort of
Too
thing
bad they
that
didn't show
older
anything new.
games couldn't even hope to do. And you're talking a little bit about combat. I know that some of the
Yeah, but that's
previous
sick that
entries
there's
were more
gonna be like...
melee-focused. What's
Okay,
the
we're gonna
combat
play
like
this
in Space
eventually.
Marine 2?
So the combat
We're gonna play
in
this old
Space
Space Marine
2
before this
is
one
a
comes out.
mix
I have it on my PC.
in-your-face
I'm just
melee
waiting.
combat, along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So you know, we looked at, you know, the original Space Marine game where it had a lot of this push forward combat.
Okay,
which has
like,
inspired
don't
many
show me
other
too
video
much, don't
games.
talk about it too
But
much, I want to play it
never
myself.
Stop, never take cover combat is integral to Space Marine 2, along
They,
with
they
you know,
definitely
these
stayed true
really
to Evil
cool,
Dead
powerful
making
weapons.
it, so I'm
So
assuming
you're
they're
either
staying
tearing
true
up
to
the enemies in front
Warhammer.
of you, or you're
They
blowing
seem
them
to be
away
excited
from,
about making
back
this
of the
game.
battlefield. It's the
I
best
think they're
of both worlds.
passionate
I mean,
about
that
those
sounds so
titles.
terrific. And I mean, I know you guys are huge fans of the 40K lore,
Yeah.
so I'm curious about, in working on this project, what's been the most fun seeing come together? I mean, what's Saber Interactive
When
focusing
people
on?
like are excited
Right at the
to
beginning of the project,
make a
Tim
game
I
and
went to
passionate
the
instead of
Warhammer
just
Museum, which
hoping
was an
about money
incredible
only.
experience. And you go around all these cabinets where these incredible miniatures that have been
It should be
painted
good.
by these masters are arranged in these dioramas. You find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive. I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids by the thousands. And so seeing that actually happen
Sounds
and
cool.
come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons and you're faced with 1,000 Tyranids who all want to eat you alive, and you're just
I want
let
to see
rip,
those
you can see
thousands
shell casings
not
bursting out of
breaking
these
PCs.
massive weapons one after another. The sound, the gameplay, the way it feels is all designed to make you feel like the most powerful warrior in the universe.
Well, perfect.
Yeah,
That answers
I'm
everything.
excited for Dark
Thank you
Tide,
so
and
much,
this is gonna
Tim
be
and
like a
Oliver,
single
for Saber
player
Interactive for
massive
joining us.
game.
I can't wait. Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2
Finally,
comes
we
to
have
PC, PS5,
good Warhammer
Xbox Series X
games
and
coming
S
out, and not
soon.
like all those
Now,
scam
next, we have a few more surprises for you up the sleeves
lower
of our
budget
proverbial
ones,
power armor.
because
First, Replicant D6's homage to the
Games
golden
Workshop,
days, or should I say,
they sell the
golden
rights to
eyes
make
of
those
90s console
games
shooters, and
to everyone,
atmospheric sci-fi
literally
adventure
everyone.
on
So
Red
there's so
Planet,
many bad
Frontier
Warhammer
Developments,
games,
and Kyoken
and so many like low
Let's take a
budget
look.
short ones. Like the Necromunda hired gun was okay, but it was like short and pretty simple. And there's so many like very bad games too, with the rights. What am I watching? Is this like a refreshed version of like GoldenEye or something? I don't think this is a new game, right? This is like a... Or is it just like... inspired by those old games and it's an indie one? Oh, that's actually kinda cool. Make and share your campaign. I guess that's cool. Agent 64, spies never die. Okay. Demo now on Steam. Cool. Interesting.
Sarah? Ryan? This is Kathy. Can you hear me? Please come in.
Oh, what is this?
Mission Opera has only one objective.
Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right decision.
Oh, they showed this before.
We can do this.
It's always hard to tell if it's the stream or is this the game.
What do you expect to find?
And if it's the game, is it like an early version? Deliver us Mars. Looks interesting, but also like pretty scuffy. September. So many games this year. That's what I'm saying. I'm not promising anything.
Hi, my name's Elise Chappell, and I play Kathy Johansson in the
because like many of those games will come out at the same time.
Join Kathy
so some of them we will play immediately, some of them we will play later, some of them we won't play, even if they look decent.
And humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Okay.
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen.
Still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox, we're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3. Plus, you can literally scare your entire butt off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood.
Okay, that looks cool.
And more in just a moment, but first,
the horror.
A final pop quiz for all you Valorant, CSGO,
like
and
Gloomwood
League of
could be
Legends
cool.
Players. How much has esports revenue increased since 2016? Compass Data Centers wants to hear your guess, and you can scan this QR code on the screen for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. Alright, and now, back to the show.
Probably like a couple 100%, if not 1,000.
We're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated real-time strategy game from Frost Giant. Then our resident RTS addict is going to sit down with some of the game developers.
They only showed screenshots on the other.
Like, when can we play this already?
On the the first Summer Game Fest, we've seen screenshots, like 3 screenshots or 1 or something. They're actually gonna show the game? Dev update.
2 years ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game. Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate.
This is not my type of game, but...
into the universe of games
they will show in-game footage. It's not my type of game, like StarCraft and stuff like that. I never played those games, but
our story begins hundreds of years.
It looks like they're passionate about it, and they talked about like it being free to play, no pay to win, no NFTs. That's what the guy said.
Claiming this planet as their own. With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an ongoing series of campaign missions that you can play solo or cooperatively. New chapters will come out regularly, along with new units, maps, modes, and plenty of other surprises. In addition to campaign missions, we're building a world-class competitive experience with grassroots and professional tournaments accessible
Next-gen
directly
esports
within the game. There will be different leagues suitable for all levels of experience. In our new 3-player co-op versus
Social
AI
RTS.
mode, you'll level up your heroes, collect rewards, and customize your forces to open
mean,
up new styles of gameplay and long-term.
That stuff is worrying because, like, when you are, they didn't even
Stormgate will
release
be
the
free
game,
to play, but not
and they're
pay to
talking
win,
about
and
like
there will be
esports.
no NFTs.
I keep
Beta
saying
testing
that
starts
stuff,
next year,
like,
and you can sign up now to reserve your place in line at playstormgate.com.
talking about esports when you didn't even release your game. Like, that's, for example, how Evolve
I'm a
died.
huge fan of real-time strategy games. StarCraft is my favorite
I
game.
liked
I've played it for
Evolve.
25
Many
years,
people
but I
liked
still
Evolve.
play it, and that's why
And they
I am
went
so
going,
thrilled
they were
to be
going
talking
all
to
out
Frost
on
Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers
esports
who have worked on literally
instead
my
of just
favorite
focusing on the
games
game.
of all time.
And it
We're
died
here to
out.
talk about their brand new, free-to-play, real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to talk about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant,
he went
Tim
there.
Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I want to know about the world. I want to know about the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first game as a new studio, and it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but
feels
provide
bad
different
haircut
kinds of experiences for
hairstyle.
players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got
I'm not trying to make fun of him.
Also play open-ended
It sucks
co-op,
when you lose
but
your
if you're
hair,
somebody
but
who really
when I
enjoys
see when someone
competition,
is like
we've
fully
got
bald on
one
top and
versus
has
one
like 3
high-skill
stripes of hair, I'm
and
like,
those
man,
are very
just shave
different
it.
ways to
I mean,
play
it's
in
his
some ways,
choice,
but
his
they're also
body,
all
whatever.
unified by the universe, by
I'm not trying to
races,
bully
by
anyone,
units,
but
so
like,
you really get a sense for how to
if I had the problem like that, and I hope I never will, but you never know,
Obviously, in all these modes,
I
you're
would
gonna
just
be
shave my
collecting
head
money,
and just
building bases,
embrace it.
building units, and so on.
Like
And I know
having
that
like
for
3
you, the
stripes of
game
hair.
feeling really good and really smooth.
Like
to
either
play is super
get like a
important.
wig to
Obviously,
pay or
I come from a
shave
time
it.
where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motions, just the feel of the game to feel good in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS is one of the only genres I can think of where you have to have hundreds, even thousands of units synchronized over the network. And
Oh, I'm super. Oh wait,
way
that's
that
StarCraft. Okay,
high-skill,
never mind.
like,
Never
pro
mind.
esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy.
I wasn't
It
looking
does
at the
require custom technology.
StarCraft there.
There's no engine.
I thought they're
that you
showing
buy off the
gameplay
shelf that does
of their
that for you.
game
So we definitely started
on this
knowing that and having the
PC gaming show, and they didn't show
chief
anything
architect,
else
James
before.
Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort.
Yeah, I wish them luck. I mean,
And
sounds
this
like
is
they're
going to be
passionate.
one of the first major RTSs people are aware
But
of.
I
that is on
really-
Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working in this next generation engine?
Yeah, I really don't
Pretty
play games
incredible
like
how
that.
far things have come from a graphics perspective, and I think the art team is unlocked in so many ways by what Unreal provides. So we're very excited. We're still learning everything that Unreal can do for us, but even that first cinematic that we debuted, like that's done in Unreal. So the high quality graphics that you're seeing are actually coming from Unreal as an engine.
Cool.
So you've talked a little bit about, for new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the client in a way that gives players, even if you're not like top grandmaster,
I mean,
ready
ranked.
to take on Cyril, there's still an opportunity to be the best on your block or the best at your company or the best at your school. So we want to facilitate esports all the way from grassroots level up to the pro level directly in the client.
So, of
I mean,
course,
if
in the
they're,
history of
I think they're
RTS
talking
games,
about
really important
ranks,
component
not
of them has always been
esports.
mods. I mean, Warcraft 3, there's players
I
that
think
didn't even
they're
play the original game. They just
kind of saying it
custom mode
wrong
after
when
custom
calling
mode.
it
Does Stormgate
esports.
have modding?
How is
are
it
we thinking about the
esports when
modding
you
community?
and a couple of friends at school play?
Of the Frost Giant
That's not
team actually
esport.
came out of the modding
That's
community.
like
The team as a whole is very passionate
they
about
might be
it.
talking
From
about
the outset,
ranked
we
gameplay.
started out applying resources to build a custom editor. I think there's a lot of opportunity to make improvements to the editing
the hell? That's
experience
all in
for
StarCraft?
RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share their mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it, Tim?
So we are going to start our beta in 2023. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on our subreddit as well, so there's an opportunity to participate in the dialogue around what we're building.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us again today. We just got a chance to talk about Stormgate, the upcoming free-to-play RTS from Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it, and be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com. Now, Tim, I'm going to do a transition to the next game. Are you ready? This is going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Leysara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time playing strategy games of all sorts, this looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words, Tim, yodeling accident. Let's check it out.
Jeez. Okay, I wonder if we're gonna see anything like exciting still. Jammer. Hey, hey. Oh, the Mongolian throat singing. It's a okay. Is this? Oh, what? Oh yeah, I was about to ask. Is there gonna be lands like avalanches that's gonna destroy your stuff, and you build on top? Interesting idea. Okay. Huh. I wonder, well, like, okay, so what after he built on top? Is there like different maps or? That was an interesting idea. This is some RPG or? Oh, you can build. This kind of looks like Valheim, right? Like kind of that style. Couple people, you like explore bosses and stuff. Instead of Nordic mythology, just like fantasy. Huh. Frozen Flame.
That was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure in a world
So I was right
reshaped by a
comparing it
magical
to
calamity.
Valheim.
A cursed land full of environmental hazards and massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses and trying to tame the world, eventually growing tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. Or you'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in or grab some co-op buddies and see how long you can survive for right now. And keep an eye out for the early
Demo in
access launch
co-op.
later this year.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember to add that one to wishlist and download the demo. I think tomorrow, besides playing Postal, we're gonna be definitely continuing Postal, but we might be playing some of the demos.
To the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age.
And I wonder what they're gonna show on the next Xbox Bethesda. It's like in 2 days, I think. A second one. Are they gonna be showing like more gameplay of the games they already showed, or?
Calling out for revolution.
Because apparently they have 2 conferences.
In Victoria 3, we simulate this era. 100 years, starting in 1836, and put you in charge of a young society. You will meet the people back then, high and low, over cultures across the globe.
Okay, so that's like the third game like that we've seen so far.
Nation, and form powerful groups.
I think there's 3 or 4 games like this right now. Coming
Listen
out.
to their calls and let it
Probably the
influence
highest
reform,
budget is
or
the
turn a deaf ear
Humankind.
what is proven and stable. Your politics will decide where you want to go, but your economy, how far you'll come. Taxes, production, trade, and construction. Play these cards right, and you can harness the Industrial Revolution to turn your cities into titans.
Okay.
This is the engine you
Not
will
really my
need
cup
on
of
the
tea, but
global
looks
stage.
decent, I
Use
guess.
pacts, threats,
Advanced.
and bluffs to secure
That town
your
building.
place in the sun. Anything done by war can be achieved with diplomacy, but you can decide when push comes to shove. Here you write the stories, and over time, the history of your world will be carved into the map. What will your society be like? What is the sound that will echo over continents and be heard over the noise of time as you create your grand tomorrow?
Victoria 3? Wait, didn't they... Didn't they
That was
show
the
it
gameplay
before?
debut of Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming
Oh,
later
so
this
maybe
year.
there's not that many of those
And
games.
let
Maybe
us
that was
take
the
this
same
moment
game.
To let you know, you can wish us Victoria 3 by visiting the PC Gaming Show event page on Steam, where you'll be able to find every game featured in today's show. Type pcgamer.com/wishlist into your browser to be taken straight to there.
Oh,
And
cool.
now, on
Okay,
with the
that's
show.
gonna be useful. So I can go back and add all the games I thought were cool. New Blood? Is this like... Oh, I'm Medieval. Okay, this is a segment of all the games from the same devs. I think. Are they gonna be showing multiple games from the same devs? Yeah, Ultra Kill. Those are all the Quake, Doom-like games from the same devs. Faith, Unholy Trinity, Fallen Aces. We've seen the same, or maybe not the same, but very similar Dusk Age, the trailer and like a previous presentation when they were showing all their games, the same titles.
What's up,
Blood.
PC gamers? We're back.
And yeah, the same game,
Now,
what
what you
same
just saw was
guy
everything New Blood's got going on
was
for 2022. A medieval
presenting
Black
the same
Labyrinth,
games.
Ultra Kill Act 2,
I
Faith, Fallen
mixed
Aces, and
two
a brand
words.
new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons
Game
that
and
nobody
guy.
asked for.
We have a Pride Month,
Doing
so
it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games. But I want to let you know that yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream game. And yes,
well, that's my
we're still working
dream
on a
game
car
too, if
combat
it's actually good.
But we're not ready to talk about those
That's
games
something I would
just
play
yet.
for sure.
What I want to talk
That looked
about
very Fallout 1
is
too.
Gloomwood. Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up
Gloomwood. There
forgot
we
to
go.
show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or some shit, I'm gonna...
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable, PC gaming.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy? I will drown this puppy. I will, if you don't let us show Gloomwood, I am going to drown
better not.
this adorable... I would never do that. Hi. I love you. So yeah, we good?
No.
Can we show Gloomwood?
Just
sure?
me, Gabe Newell.
Well, all right. It's about time.
Let's see. That looked interesting when they showed it for a little bit. So is this a shooter too? They make like fast-paced shooters, but they showed a little bit of like the game when he was like sneaking around. So is this...
Hello.
I hope it's like a horror and not a...
hoped for us to meet at my estate. No matter. I can guarantee your safe arrival.
Okay, some Resident Evil style inventory. Sneaking around.
Fond of outside.
Okay, this game looks cool.
Don't delay.
Oh, I can yoink the key. Puzzles. No. So probably there's gonna be that combat. Well, I like that there's like a lot of approaches. This looks cool. 100% I'm gonna play this. Gloomwood. That's a really cool looking game. Early access, August. I don't know if that's a good sign. Like an early access story game, so it's
There's
unfinished.
only one thing I like more than playing New Bloods games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history. Which is why I'm delighted to share that next, we have a group of such games that run the gamut from medieval mayhem to an adorable animal fight club. And our first rule, we absolutely can't talk about it.
That game that was like a demo and then... I don't know what happened with it. Party Animals. I think he's talking about Party Animals. I heard people like talking about like them not releasing it because of like the developers being Chinese and the law they added where like the young kids cannot like play after some hours, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know how much truth there is about all of that stuff, but I know there's laws like that in China, but
Why is it always doing this?
I don't know
just
why the
when
devs are not
showcase
releasing the game. It's been like years now.
I'm gonna take that.
More than a year.
Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have.
The update to System 10.1.1 will
I remember
provide
playing beta and it
all
was
your
fun.
files and ensure that situations like
It's like
this
gang
won't
beasts,
ever
but with
happen.
like very cute animals
nobody's
and
me. That's the thing. Nope.
actually runs
But
better
look.
than gang beasts.
Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you. Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty.
Kinda looked funny, the
talk
eyes.
about me. Found it. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer.
Okay.
Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us?
Fuck firewall. So is this game like a troll when this where this happens in the game, or did they just make a trailer like that? If they made a trailer like that, you just shot yourself in the foot because you didn't show shit when you could have just shown the trailer itself in full size. Unless the entire game is about like stuff like that happening. TOS? What am I watching? The emojis. Oh, the plague. Oh my god. What the hell? He's beating his wife? Oh, she stabbed the husband. What the... What are we watching? The priest is burning. This is kind of intriguing. Norland. Story generating strategy.
I don't know what you're up to.
Oh my god. Bronies. Oof. Oh, third version. It's a brony fighting game. And this has been going for a while now. I wonder how much left we have. Yeah, we're gonna watch the entire thing, but I'm not gonna be playing anything after. I think just we're gonna play games tomorrow. Maybe some demos from the games they showed this year. Oh, this is... Wait, I played this. This is the Core Keeper, yeah. It looks... It is a cool game. It looks like it doesn't have a lot of content though. But it's early access, so I wonder how much content there's gonna be in the end. But I didn't like finish it or anything. I think I killed like one boss. But it looked like there was like 4 of them in total. It is a cool game though. You can, as you can see, play it with a lot of people. Okay, they're showing a lot of stuff. Yeah. When it's fully released, it could be cool to play it, especially with some other people. Sunken Sea update. See, so they added new content. Even the stuff when I played, there was none of that in the game. Yeah.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the
Keep
sandbox survival
updating
sim
it.
from Fireshine Games and Pugstore.
It's a good
The Sunken
game.
Sea biome update is available on June 15th for all Core Keeper players. Now we have even more
Why
twists
do they have a
and turns
katana
and trailers,
behind
so
them?
press enter to
I
continue.
just realized.
Did you press it?
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume you pressed it. No, but seriously, press it.
No.
Life can be harsh everywhere. But in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving.
Life and despair.
When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the
Nothing
safety
really
of their
changed.
walls, and did
Rich
nothing
get
when
richer.
raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave. That we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start.
So I wonder what the game is. Like a builder? You build a colony or something? Farthest frontier. I'm getting like tired. I think it's all the bright colors
What is
just
below
like
is destined to be understood.
hurting my eyes. I didn't sleep that much.
Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
I like the cartoony,
The water we harvest, the
the
plants
art
we grow,
style.
the air we filter. Any waste would be fatal to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with this world.
For too long, we have
Why there's
wandered
like
without
two
purpose.
teenagers
From now on, our city will be a source
talking,
of hope.
voicing over the game. Okay, it's like a city builder. Oh, I like the art style. I never a fan of those type of games, but the art style is cool. Are those people like... I wonder if those are just the two people working on a game that like narrate this. Because they sound like two teenagers.
Explore it.
We must find the tablets. The seeds of knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
I like the art style, that's for sure. Synergy. Interesting. Goblins Publishing. They have like a publisher? So I don't think this is just like two teenagers making this.
The planet we almost lost, then found a reason to stay.
Wait. This looks pretty scuffed, but Icarus, wasn't this the Rockets game? Wait, is that it?
We've made progress. Learned the lay of the land.
Okay, it is Icarus. It is Rockets game. Why did it look so scuffed in the beginning? Maybe it's the stream, maybe their quality.
If you learn, build,
I don't know.
survive, maybe, just maybe.
This game didn't look bad when people streamed it. I guess there's like new updates and stuff. Yeah, but it's so framey and...
Think you got what it takes.
I don't know if those videos they show are bad or badly recorded or what. Oh shit. This game could be eventually cool. I like that. One friend died, they're just like cooking meat. This is like typical Styx map pack. Wait.
In the rich tapestry of the PC
Was this an
gaming
update or
community,
was this like a
modders
pack
are
you
one
have
of
to
the
buy?
most
If you have to buy
inspiring
this, then
subcultures. In fact,
they
some
went
of the
crazy.
most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Corey Latto are making something incredibly special.
But that was
in the
typical
form
Daisy
of an
stuff.
ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called
One guy dead,
It's an
and you're
original
just cooking
4 to
meat
5 hour campaign that
next
builds
to
on
his
Valve's
body.
original VR game, Half-Life Alyx. With Alyx searching for a pair of rebels gone rogue, they've discovered a strange floating building in Sector X and
Oh.
decided to investigate it.
They actually
against
went ham on
orders,
this mod.
obviously.
That's cool.
Now, it's your turn. Let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alyx with this exclusive gameplay footage.
Alex, according to this old resistance map, there's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague, the map was drawn using somebody's blood.
Yeah, Half-Life Alyx is the only like AAA VR game showing how far you can go with VR. And imagine if all the devs were doing that instead of having those gimmicky bullshit games where you wave your hands, standing still. Like Half-Life Alyx, okay, every single thing they show looks very like laggy and scuffed. I don't think that this mod being still normal Half-Life Alyx would be that bad. I think it's just the trailers they show are scuffed, not the actual games. I mean, hey, more Half-Life Alyx with more story. Cool. Yeah, because this looks like it's like choppy in 15 FPS, so imagine playing this in VR. You would just like puke all over yourself and pass out. No matter how strong your stomach is. This has to be just the stream's fault, or the trailers they delivered to them, or someone messed up. Place it on a bad PC. That's impressive, man. If this is like a free mod just made by some people for a VR game. I'm assuming, like I said before, that modding a VR game is harder than modding a normal game. But I'm just assuming.
Incredibly large
I don't know that.
signature up ahead. It's probably Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
So the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon.
Oh boy.
Oh, G-Man. And Strider. Yeah, this looks very well made. This mod. But I mean, showing the gameplay elements is like people already know how this game looks. We're just watching more of the same shooting right now. Instead of showing like actual... See, a game like this, instead of showing like when other games should show uncut gameplay, this game instead should show only locations and like moments to show you that there is like more history in the mod. Continuing the Half-Life Alyx history. But I don't know if they like made them themselves. Those like assets are they're copied from somewhere. It looks impressive for a mod to a VR game. Like that thing on the right. Is this in the original Alyx, or in like files, or did they make it themselves? Oh, the music. Oh man, good old times, like playing Half-Lives, Valve releasing games, playing Gmod, listening to those songs on the different servers. Yeah, they're going for a while. This is gonna be a long stream and we literally only watched the presentations. We didn't do anything else. And it's already 5 hours. I don't know why they're like dragging this for so long. Like I said, it's cool to see that there's like new content for Half-Life Alyx that modders made. But like the combat is the same like in the main game, so they're just showing...
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, just inject yourself with the needle you found in the portable shitter. Classic sounds. Major fracture detected. Yeah, they're dragging this. They're literally showing like an entire level of this. This is too much. I have to say that this presentation, the PC gaming show, is all over the place because they had some good timings where they would just show a trailer after trailer with one simple joke before announcements, and then yeah, they have moments like this. Well, it's like, okay, cool, they are making a new... like, people made a good-looking mod for a Half-Life Alyx, but they're literally showing you the entire level here. Like, you're supposed to play this, not to watch the entire thing. Is there a Portal VR? I don't think so. No, there's no... The only official Valve VR game is the Half-Life Alyx. And they bought the studio that made Boneworks. A pretty impressive looking VR game too. And they bought them. Or like the rights to the... Finally. The rights to like the Boneworks thing or the studio, I'm not sure.
Well, folks, this is the end.
Okay.
We learned a lot today.
Oh,
About
I was like falling asleep, but I'm kinda annoyed that we watched this entire Half-Life Alyx thing.
And with so many games
They could
on
have
the
said
way,
that
there
it's gonna
has
be the last
truly
thing,
never
then
been a
I
better
didn't
time to
watch
be
the full
part
thing.
of the PC gaming community.
Hey, we did
The
watch...
last 2
We did
hours,
see
we saw
some
games from developers all over
games
the world,
I'm gonna
and we
add
want
to
to
wish
thank
list.
everyone who
We might
tuned
play
in
some
to
demos
watch the
tomorrow
show,
of some
all
of
the
those
developers
games.
who shared their work with us, and of course,
We did see
all
cool
of the partners
stuff.
for their help bringing the PC gaming show
It
to
wasn't
life.
bad.
Indeed, remember to tip
But there was
your
also
servers.
like a lot of things
Install
where
your firmware
I was falling
updates.
asleep a little
And
bit.
tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course, a warm thanks to you again for joining us at this year's PC Gaming
Oh.
Show. It's something I look forward to every
They
year.
talk
and we're
about
thrilled
me.
that you joined us again. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we did it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for streaming.
This is the official PC Gaming Show 2022 pre-show. It's the live show before the pre-recorded show. Go to the start. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Replenish your potions and let's do it again.
Okay. So we watched Xbox Bethesda. That was Xbox Bethesda was cool. I mean, a little disappointing because maybe I expected too much because people were leaking a lot of stuff and we don't know if they backed away with the leaked things or were the leaks fake. We will not know if they, if they decided to not show some things they wanted to show before or what. Yeah, we didn't see anything about the Avowed or any new Fallout projects. None of that. But, I mean, we did see, some new games and stuff. And in here, I'm gonna go to that website they showed and we're gonna... tomorrow, I'm gonna add a lot of those games that look good to wishlist.